Now we will start with age estimation part. Okay. From bones, either dead or living, we can find out the age of a person. Currently, identification topic is going on, है ना? So in identification, we need to identify a lot of things. For example, sex, one important thing. Age is also an important thing. Supposedly, 50% of the population, if we consider that it is male, rest of the 50% is female, right? अभी हर female तो same age group का नहीं है. So identifying age is also equally important. Now, I think you know, right? Examination of skeletal remains, how to do it. AP sir has taken your classes, right? Assistant professor, he has taken your introductory class. You know how to identify bones. Do you guys remember or should I give a recap? Ma'am, can you answer how to identify bones? For example, you found a group of bunch of bones somewhere laying around the forest or a field, okay? And the associated police station officer, he gave you a summon, you went, or the bone set was brought to you at your respective medical college. Now, what are the steps you will take in order to identify the bones? Did you get my question, everybody? You understood what I meant? Can you answer, ma'am? You can sit, but answer. I am trying to make you understand कि जब आपको everybody is comfortable with हिंदी समझ में आता है ना सबको, अगर आपको bunch of हड्डी मिले, पहला step क्या करना है उसको? पहला तो आप देख के you cannot identify male and female, right? Yes. Good. Next. उससे पहले क्या करोगे? रियल और फेक बोन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इफ द बोन इज फेक, इज इट ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस इन फॉरेंसिक मेडिकल पर्पस? नो, राइट? आप तो सिरेमिक बोन आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, है ना? एवरीबडी हैज सीन सिरेमिक बोन. उसका हम क्या करेंगे? नो यूज. सो फर्स्ट वी नीड टू सी इफ द बोन इज रियल और द बोन इज फेक. ओके, नाउ इफ द बोन इज फेक और द बोन इज रियल, इट कैन बी ऑफ एनिमल बोन और ह्यूमन बोन, है ना? हर बोन तो ह्यूमन नहीं होता. इफ द बोन इज एनिमल, आप लोग तो ह्यूमन के डॉक्टर्स बन रहे हो, राइट? आपका क्या काम है उसमें? देयर इज नो वर्क. सो वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट कि ये बोन एनिमल का है कि ह्यूमन का है. अंडरस्टूड? उसके बाद क्या करेंगे? सपोज देयर कैन बी 108 bones, there can be 206 bones, there can be 270 bones. So what do you do after that? We look for the skull. Q. सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन का छोड़ के कुछ और आ रहा है दिमाग में? सपोजिटली आपके पास पजल है, ये एवरीबडी हैज सॉल्व्ड पजल पीसेस, राइट? चिल्ड्रंस दैट प्ले विद. उसको जब आप लोग ओरिएंट करते हो, कैसे ओरिएंट करते हो? पीस बाय पीस करते हो, राइट? तो उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? वी स्टार्ट विद अ सिंगल बोर्ड एंड देन वी स्टार्ट लेइंग आउट द पजल इन अ ऑर्डरली प्रोसेस, है ना? तो ह्यूमन बोन में उसका क्या है? एनाटॉमिकल पोजीशन. समझ रहे हो? When we are going to lay every bone in the anatomical position, if there are extra bone or if there are less bone, you can identify right nicely. For example, ma'am, if there are 3 clavicles in a set of bones, what does it signify? Common sense में क्या आता है? अगर किसी set of bones में आपको 2 clavicle की जगह तीसरा clavicle भी मिले, क्या लगता है उसका क्या significance होगा? Sorry? Yes, good. अगर आपको फॉर एग्जाम्पल इंस्टेड ऑफ 12 ribs, if you find 8 ribs, 7 ribs or 10 ribs, then anybody, ma'am, you, what will be the importance of that? Are you understanding what I am saying? Can you please come and sit here? If there are 10 pair of ribs, what will be the significance then? For what purpose? Somewhere it is correct. देखो, फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन में हम क्या पढ़ते हैं? When a dead body is found, जब आप लोग क्लिनिकली प्रैक्टिस अगर कोई कर रहा है फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन एज एन एमडी सब्जेक्ट, उसका इंपॉर्टेंस बेसिकली मेडिको लीगल पर्पसेस में आता है. मेडिको लीगल पर्पस यानी पुलिस विल कम एंड आस्क फॉर एन इन्वेस्टिगेशन, ठीक है? अगर डिसाइडेड सेट ऑफ बोन से कम मिल रहा है आपको, मतलब द बॉडी और द मर्डर और द एलिजेड व्हाटएवर इट इज, इट हैज बीन कमिटेड समवेयर एल्स मे बी, एंड देन द बॉडी हैज बीन शिफ्टेड, मतलब फेब्रिकेटेड क्राइम ऑफ सीन, यानी क्राइम ऑफ सीन जो फेक बनाया गया है। समझे? फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन सब्जेक्ट वी अंडरस्टैंड सो दैट मेडिकली जाके लीगल प्रोसीडियर्स में क्या क्या हेल्प कर सकते हैं वो कर सके। जब आप लोग ये सब्जेक्ट पढ़े, ये दिमाग में रख के पढ़ो, रटो मत इस सब्जेक्ट को, ठीक है? इट्स नॉट दैट मच ऑफ एन इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट अनलेस एंड अंटिल यू मेक इट। सो ट्राई टू इंस्टिल सम सॉर्ट ऑफ क्लिनिकल थॉट कि हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, अदरवाइज रटोगे भूल जाओगे। समझे? ओके, एंड द नंबर ऑफ सेक्स आइडेंटिफिकेशन तो आपको पता है कि क्या होगा, यू हैव रेड इट इन द प्रीवियस क्लासेस। Skull bone, can you say me 3 very major and important differentiating point between male and female skull bone? The males, what is larger than the females? Frontal part. Frontal which part? Big and small. Big and small आपको supposedly somebody of northeastern region of India, their overall stature का मतलब पता है? What is the meaning of stature? Are you guys aware what is the meaning of stature? If I mention the term stature, समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोल रही हूँ? नहीं. Stature is the overall outlook of a human body. हर इंसान तो लंबा and छोटा equally नहीं होता है, right? Somebody is petite and somebody is stout. You understand what I am saying? That is basically known as stature. अभी stature varies from human to human. अगर आप कोई skull, supposedly somebody who is European, Dravidian, उसका skull लोगे, हमारे यहाँ पे किसी female का skull लोगे, both are female gender, दोनों के skull का size अलग होगा, still they are female. So when you say that it is large and it is small, it is not clinically significant. क्लिनिकली अगर हमको बताना है, यानी कि फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन में अगर बताना है, देन यू नीड टू नो लैंडमार्क्स, एनाटॉमिकल लैंडमार्क्स। समझ में आया? फॉर एग्जांपल इंटीरियर फॉन्टेनिली। इंटीरियर फॉन्टेनिली पता है क्या है? यू नो मैम, डू यू नो व्हाट इज इंटीरियर फॉन्टेनिली ऑफ स्कल बोन? नहीं याद है? ओके। ह्यूमरस पता है क्या है? ह्यूमरस के हेड के क्या क्या कितने कितने पार्ट होते हैं पता है? हेड ऑफ द ह्यूमरस इज अ लैंडमार्क, उसका नाम तो कहीं बदलेगा नहीं, राइट? यू गो इन व्हिचएवर पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, इट्स गोइंग टू स्टे द सेम। ऐसे व्हेन यू आर ट्राइंग टू आंसर इन प्रैक्टिकल क्लासेस और क्लिनिकली, लैंडमार्क्स को याद रखना शुरू करो। लास्ट बैच आई हैव टेकन क्लास, उनको लैंडमार्क्स का मतलब समझ में नहीं आता। टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू प्राइमरीली फोकस ऑन द लैंडमार्क्स एंड आई एम गोइंग टू ट्राई एंड मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड कि लैंडमार्क्स को याद कैसे रखना है, ठीक है? फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन में एनएट की तरह नहीं है कि सब कुछ रटना नहीं पड़ेगा आपको, कुछ कुछ चीजें याद रखना है, वही आएगा एग्जाम में। वो नहीं याद रखोगे, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट मार्क्स। अंडरस्टूड? चलो, इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन। डू यू नो इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन क्या हो सकता है? व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस? व्हाई डू वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई एज? कैन यू गिव मी अ वेरी रीसेंट आंसर ऑफ एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन, जो फिलहाल हाल फिलहाल में आप ही लोगों का हो चुका होगा? इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेस देन 18 ईयर्स को हम क्या बोलते हैं? माइनर्स, एंड आफ्टर 18 ईयर्स एडल्ट। सो व्हाई इज इट इंपॉर्टेंट इफ समबडी इज अ माइनर और एन एडल्ट? सर, यस, सिर्फ पॉस को ही लगेगा? जैसे कंसेंट। कैन यू गिव वोट? You guys, some of you guys may and some of you guys might not, right? This legal significance होता है, समझ में आया? In terms of forensic medicine or medicine in general, when we are practicing, we can say something about the medical consent. Do you know what is the meaning of the term consent? Consent का मतलब पता है? Permission, right? जब आप लोगों के पास पेशेंट्स आएंगे, when you will be practicing as doctors and patients are going to come to you, before doing anything with them, for example BP लेना हो पेशेंट का या फिर फीवर चेक करना है, you are going to touch somebody else, right? तो उनका तो फिजिकल जो बैरियर है वो टूटा, तो before touching any other human you need consent, right? समझ में आया? तो मेडिकल में, फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन में, इन फोरेंसिक jurisprudence we learn all of these things इन टर्म्स ऑफ कंसेंट इज इट इंपॉर्टेंट, हर एज में आप कंसेंट नहीं दे सकते। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आफ्टर 18 ईयर्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ सर्जरी, अगर किसी को सर्जरी करवाना है, कोई सर्जरी चाहिए, तो इफ यू आर अबव 18 ईयर्स ऑफ एज यू कैन गिव कंसेंट फॉर सर्जरी। बिलो 18 ईयर्स ऑफ एज आप नहीं दे सकते सर्जरी का, ठीक है। Another significant age is age of 12 years. 12 years के बाद you can go and give consent for general physical examination. Anybody knows what is general physical examination, sir? Can you say what is general physical examination? Can you be little bit louder and clearer? आप लोगों ने अभी फिजियो का एग्जाम देके आए हो आप सब, है ना? फिजियो में किया था जनरल फिजिकल एग्जामिनेशन बोल के था। These are the components of general physical examination. I am not going into the details of them. ठीक है? अभी if somebody is above 12 years of age, he or she they can give consent कि हाँ I am okay if the doctor goes forward and does general physical examination of myself. समझ में आया? Less than 12 years of age, a parent is needed for that. Okay? This is medical consent का importance. Are you Bengali? बुझे की बोले छी? बुझे गए? ठीक है। Marital consent and sexual consent. Now, what is the age of marriage in India for male and for female? Yes, you say. For and male? Yes, sir. Okay, good. So, sexual consent and marital consent में देखो, somebody mentioned POSCO, right? Who mentioned? You. So what is POSCO Act? Do you know? एज बार क्या है उसका पता है आपको? 18 years. Less than 18 years में कंसेंट नहीं दे सकते। आपको अगर if you want to give consent for a general physical examination and you are supposedly, चलो मैं पकड़ लेती हूँ, 15 साल के हो, आप नहीं दे सकते कंसेंट। दे तो सकते हो, है ना, बट लीगली वो वैलिड नहीं होता है। हियर वी आर टॉकिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ लीगल टर्म्स, राइट? आप कोर्ट में जब जाओगे, आपका मन किया तो मैंने हाँ बोल दिया, इट इज नॉट अ लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट, वो कोर्ट में वेरीफाई तो नहीं होगा। तो लीगली एनीबडी इवन इफ दे आर विलिंग टू डू सो, दे कैन नॉट गिव कंसेंट इफ दे आर लेस देन 18 years of age. समझ में आया? Another age in terms of POSCO which is important is 16 years of age. 16 years के बिलो अगर कोई है and they are going to go for a trial, यानी उन्होंने सपोजिटली कोई क्राइम किया है, उसके लिए द पर्सन हैज बीन कन्विक्टेड, उसका जो सजा है, दैट मींस द पनिशमेंट व्हिच द कोर्ट इज गोइंग टू डिसाइड फॉर देम, इट इज गोइंग टू वेरी इन टर्म्स ऑफ द पर्सन एंड इन अकॉर्डेंस विद द पर्सन हु इज अबव 18 years of age. समझ में आया? दिस इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सेक्सुअल कंसेंट। ऑल्सो एम्प्लॉयमेंट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेस देन 14 years of age के अलग रूल होते हैं। समझ में आया? ये सब चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट होती है। रिगार्डिंग द मेथड्स ऑफ एज एस्टिमेशन, देखो आज मैं आपको बेसिकली इन एवरी जॉइंट एपिफाइशियल प्लेट क्या होता है, व्हाट इज प्राइमरी एपिफाइसिस एंड सेकेंडरी एपिफाइसिस एंड हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड बोन फ्यूज्ड है कि नहीं है, वो बताने वाली हूँ। ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट। अभी नाउ व्हाई दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, आपको एक्सरे दिया जाएगा, ठीक है? यू नो व्हाट इज एक्सरे प्लेट? डज एवरीबडी नो व्हाट इज एक्सरे प्लेट? पता है आपको एक्सरे प्लेट क्या है? एक्सरे प्लेट कभी नहीं देखा? एक्सरे प्लेट समझ में आता है? एम आई गोइंग टू फास्ट फॉर यू गाइज? आर यू गाइज अंडरस्टैंडिंग? आपको समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? अब तो कौन सा बात नहीं समझ में आया? एक्सरे पता है आपको? एक्सरेज, व्हाट आर एक्सरेज? তুই বুঝেছিস এক্সরে কি? বুঝিস তো এক্সরে কি? দেখেছিস এক্সরে কখনো? ঠিক আছে। In X-ray plates, we will give you joints. Joints will be provided in exam. Okay? X-rays of joints. अभी जॉइंट में क्या होता है? वी कैन सी द बोन्स, है ना? बोन अगर यूजुअली हम लोग एक्सरे कब करवाने जाते हैं? फॉर द लेमन पीपल, दैट मींस वन नॉन मेडिकोस, दे थिंक एक्सरे तब होता है जब फ्रैक्चर होता है, हड्डी टूटा है बेसिकली। ओके, तो हड्डी टूटने में क्या देखते हैं हमको? वी फाइंड अ ब्रेकेज, राइट? अभी द थिंग इज अ बोन व्हिच इज नॉट फ्यूज्ड might sometimes appear as a breakage, that means as a fracture. We need to understand ki what is the difference between a fracture and what is the difference between not being fused. समझ में आया? उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको जॉइंट आइडेंटिफाई, एज आइडेंटिफाई करना है, सॉरी, कि बंदा कितने उम्र के बीच का है। ओके, अभी एज आप हमेशा रेंज में बताएंगे। सर आपको समझ में आया मैंने क्या बोला? ओके. एज ऑलवेज मेंशन इन अ रेंज, मिनिमम जितना हो सके पॉसिबल बी स्पेसिफिक, बट a minimum range of 2 years is okay. Now why is it so? Why, ma'am, can you please think and say थोड़ा कि क्यों हम एज रेंज में बताते हो स्पेसिफिक. आपका तो एज ऐसा नहीं है कि इट्स फ्रॉम 14 years till 16 years. ऐसा देखा है कभी किसी को बोलते हुए? तो क्यों बोलते हैं हम एज रेंज में, क्यों बताना पड़ेगा? गुड गुड. तो बात ये है कि pinpoint, if we do, everybody will be, for example, somebody will be 18 years plus this many days, this many hours, this many weeks, etc etc. वो तो हम लोग नहीं बता सकते ना एक्सरे देख के. so that we can be legally correct, इसलिए हम लोग एक रेंज लेते हैं कि इतने साल से इतने बीच का है. अगर पॉसिबल है, इट इज नॉट ओनली रिगार्डिंग द बोन्स, राइट. आप लोग सेक्स देखोगे, डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ बोन्स देखोगे, उससे वी कैन एक्चुअली पिन पॉइंट द एज. बट इट इज बेटर एग्जाम में आप लोगों के लिए से इट इन रेंज ऑफ 2 years. समझ में आया? चलो. डेंटल स्टेटस, ऑसिफिकेशन डेटा एंड हिस्टोलॉजिकल मेथड्स नहीं चाहिए. डेंटल स्टेटस विल बी टेकन इन द नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट क्लासेस. तब हम लोग बताएंगे कि फ्रॉम योर टीथ हाउ कैन वी आइडेंटिफाई द एज. ओके, अभी इन टुडेज क्लास. ओके, so 2 things are written here: primary ossification center and secondary ossification center. Anybody can you say me the definition of ossification center? Ma'am, excuse me ma'am, can you please say me what is the definition of ossification center? Definition छोड़ो, आपको क्या समझ में आता है if I mention the term ossification center? What is the meaning of ossification of bone? ओके, तो ओसिफिकेशन, राइट, सही बताया आपने. अभी ओसिफिकेशन सेंटर आपको क्या लगता है, जन्म के पहले से शुरू होता है कि बाद में शुरू होता है? दिस आर वेरी स्टूपिड सिली क्वेश्चंस, आई नो, बट आई थिंक आप लोगों का बेसिक तो ठीक करना जरूरी है. क्या लगता है? गुड, करेक्ट. नाउ प्राइमरी सेंटर इज गोइंग टू फॉर्म व्हाट? सर कैन यू से प्राइमरी सेंटर क्या फॉर्म करेगा? अच्छा, वेट, कैन यू से मी व्हाट आर द पार्ट्स ऑफ डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ लॉन्ग बोन इन टर्म्स ऑफ ऑस्टियोलॉजी? मैं किसी बोन का स्पेसिफिक नाम और फीचर्स नहीं पूछ रही. समझ में आया मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? हाँ बताओ. ओके, इट्स करेक्ट. तू बार भी बोलते हैं. व्हाट इज एपिफाइसिस? Do not be scared. I am not scolding you. Say. Sir, can you say what is epiphysis? Yes. Growing end of a long bone. What is diaphysis? Sir, can you say what is diaphysis? अगर एपिफाइसिस ग्रोइंग एंड ऑफ अ लॉन्ग बोन है तो डायाफाइसिस यानी कि एपिफाइसिस कौन सा पार्ट फॉर्म करेगा? फिर एपिफाइसिस कौन सा पार्ट फॉर्म करेगा? एंड्स, राइट. तो डायाफाइसिस कौन सा पार्ट फॉर्म करेगा? शाफ्ट. अंडरस्टूड? अभी आज तुम्हें पढ़ाई नहीं है दीदी, आप तो खुद ही से आंसर कर रहे हो. तो पिछले क्लासेस में क्या होता है, आपको क्या हो जाता है? एनीवे, सो देखो, प्राइमरी ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर यानी कि जो बीच में है, द शाफ्ट ऑफ द लॉन्ग बोन, दैट प्राइमरी ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर इट फॉर्म्स द शाफ्ट ऑफ द लॉन्ग बोन, यानी कि डायाफाइसिस फॉर्म करता है. नाउ यू गाइस थिंक, अगर किसी बच्चे में आफ्टर बर्थ प्राइमरी ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर नहीं फॉर्म हुआ, शाफ्ट अगर नहीं फॉर्म हुआ, वो चल पाएगा? नो, राइट. सो एपिफाइसिस इज ओके इफ इट फॉर्म्स आफ्टर बर्थ, अगर ओरिजिनेट ही बाद बर्थ के बाद हो रहा है, ठीक है. और डायाफाइसिस जो है, इफ इट इज नॉट फॉर्म इन यूटेरो यानी कि इनसाइड द यूटेरस, देन द चाइल्ड कैन नॉट सर्वाइव. The child will have limbs without any bones. So the limbs will be floppy. Basically, something which is made of gelatinous mass. समझ में आया? Always the diaphysis, that is the primary center, is going to be formed before birth. In most of the bones. समझ में आया? There are some bones known as the flat bones या फिर vertebras या फिर end of the bones जहाँ पे primary center could also be formed after birth, either in the puberty or during the semi-adulthood, not in the proper adulthood. Okay? समझ में आया? And the secondary ossification center यानी कि जहाँ से epiphysis form होता है, it is usually always ossified after birth. देखो, there are two things. Cartilaginous part एक हो सकता है और एक हो सकता है ossification. Everything that is present in a human body that will be present at birth. उसका DNA तो होगा, right? If the DNA is present, then some sort of remnant of that component will be present. समझ में आया मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? लेकिन it's not necessary कि हड्डी यानी कि the minerals and the collagenous part of a bone will be laid down before birth. ठीक है? It might happen कि certain parts will be formed as cartilages. Cartilages, see, here is a cartilage, right? It is very soft and twisty and malleable, है ना? It is not hard like a bone कि आप break करोगे तो टूट ही जाएगा. समझ में आया मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? So these secondary centers, that is the epiphysis, in lot of bones they are found as cartilaginous part in utero. After birth, slowly and gradually the mineralization of the bone will occur and it will get ossified and the bone proper will be formed. ठीक है? अब रेडियोलॉजी में क्या होता है, जब हम लोग, अगर आप लोगों को पोस्टिंग मिलेगा, देन यू गाइस माइट सी फीटस का जो डाइसेक्शन करते हैं, ऑटोप्सी जो करते हैं, वहां पे अराउंड कैल्किनियम एंड ऑल, समटाइम्स फॉर द एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन इट इज कट एंड ऑटोप्सी इज डन. In that autopsy, in the calcaneum, we find small little pink dot-like structures. Okay, these dot-like structures are the epiphysis center, यानी कि ossification center, जहां से bone का formation शुरू होता है. अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल देखो 7th वीक में किसी बोन का ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर ओरिजिनेट होना लाजमी है, तो तब अगर हम काट के देख रहे कि ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर इज प्रेजेंट, मींस द फीटस इज अबव सर्टेन एज. समझ में आया कैसे डिड्यूस करना है? ऐसे ही डिड्यूस करना है इसको. सी वन थिंग, दिस epiphyseal plate, this is a gap which is present between the metaphysis and the epiphysis, or present between the diaphysis and the epiphysis. आप लोगों को what the thing which you guys, what did I say just now? Can you please repeat? What were you doing? তুমি শুনেছো আমি কি বলেছি? কি বলেছি একটু বলবে? Yes. See this epiphyseal plate. Can you see where is the epiphyseal plate? आप लोगों का काम यही है, epiphyseal plate को आइडेंटिफाई करना हर एक्सरे में कि है कि नहीं है. If the epiphyseal plate is present, then the bones are not fused yet. यानी कि the person or the individual is not above that age limit. Understood? This is the thing that you guys need to do. Listen. Nobody is going to come and repeat again and again. सुनो वरना नहीं आएगा एग्जाम में. समझ में आया? Can you see this one, the arrow mark that I have given in both of the bones? Everybody, can you see? So, depending on what I have taught till now, can anybody say what is this portion that I have pointed the marker on? Okay, this one? What is this? Chalo. And what is the plate in between? So this is fused or not fused? Not fused. Good. What can I say about this portion to be specific? This one and ये, बस ये वाला part दिख रहा है आपको पीछे से अच्छे से? What is this? As compared to this part, what can you comment about this part and this part? हाँ? Starting fusion. Good. So जब epiphyseal plate जुड़ना शुरू हो जाए दोनों एक दूसरे से, we will say that the fusion has started. We will say that. Okay. No bone unless and until it is एकदम extreme age में you will find it is completely fused. It is an ongoing process. That means it will start fusion, it will be in the fusing state and then it will get fused. Okay, so you might find, can you actually see if I stand here, or you cannot see? You can see, right? So if you find any individual, mention it specifically if the age bone is fusing or fused or not fused. यही आपको बताना है प्रैक्टिकल्स में, ठीक है? हर जॉइंट में you will not find every center which is completely fused. Some centers will appear, some centers will be fused, other centers might not be fused. According to that, say the age. Okay? हर जॉइंट में, for example, 4 to 5 components will be present. हर कंपोनेंट का एज ऑफ अपीयरेंस, एज ऑफ फ्यूजन अलग है, उसको रटोगे. दिस इज समथिंग यू हैव टू मग अप ओनली, यू कैन नॉट रिमेंबर इट अदरवाइज. ओके, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट जॉइंट में देखना कि ये चीज है कि नहीं है, उसके बेसिस पे हम एज बताएंगे. समझ में आया? सो इन दिस वन, द फर्स्ट वन, कैन यू सी द कंप्लीट लाइन हियर टू हियर विच इज प्रेजेंट? एवरीबडी कैन यू सी in the slide 1, stage 1, यहाँ पे देखो, there are some parts, rest of the part there are dotted lines. This is a portion which has a continuous line. Can you see everybody? देखते बच्चों? Are you Bengali? Okay, देखते बच्चों? हैं? Rest of the portion it is dotted. Can you guys see? Dotted है, यानी कि this portion is fused, complete हो चुका है. This one, the fusion has started. Okay? See in this bone, okay, this portion right here where I am pointing, something is broken in this part, something is not continuous. What is not continuous? Can you say the name? What is the outer layer of a bone called? Sir, can you please say? Call him. Yes. Can you say what is the outer layer of a bone called? Periosteum. Okay. Peri means क्या? Osteum bone. उसके नीचे क्या आता है? Sir, don't answer. He'll say what is periosteum के नीचे क्या आता है? So what is cortex? Does anybody know what is cortex? Ma'am, can you say what is cortex? Okay. Can you say what is cortex? Good. Any other part or organ in our body which has got a cortex? Yes, and good. Cortex और उसके नीचे क्या होता है? Medulla. Cortex is the outer portion. Okay? अभी बोन में भी there is a cortex. हम कब बोलते हैं कि फ्रैक्चर कब हुआ है? When the cortex is breached यानी कि crossed और broken. Okay? So cortex अगर continuous नहीं रहा, there is some sort of breach, then we say that it might be broken या फिर fracture हुआ है. Not necessarily कि cortex अगर breach हुआ तो fracture ही हो. As I mentioned in the earlier part of class, it could be that the bone has not fused. समझ में आया? This is how you need to identify कि bone टूटा हुआ है कि not fused है. अभी देखो, in comparison to this bone, this portion looks way continuous, right? यानी कि उस पार्ट में फ्यूजन कंप्लीट हो चुका है. समझ में आया? दिस इज हाउ यू विल आइडेंटिफाई कि ये बोन फ्यूजिंग स्टेज में है कि फ्यूजन कंप्लीट हो चुका है. इन कंपैरिजन टू दिस पोर्शन, इफ आई मेंशन हियर, सी हियर इज अ क्लियर कंटिन्यूअस लाइन इज प्रेजेंट, है ना? दैट मींस द बोन इज कंप्लीटली फ्यूज्ड. ओके, अंडरस्टूड? देयर आर सम थिंग्स रिगार्डिंग दिस जनरल रूल ऑफ ओसिफिकेशन. अभी व्हाई एम आई मेंशनिंग दिस? समटाइम्स द एक्सटर्नल माइट कम एंड आस्क, ठीक है? इन जनरल, जैसे कि रिस्ट जॉइंट, उसका ओसिफिकेशन सेंटर कुछ 2 महीने 3 महीने में अपीयर हो जाते हैं. ओसिफिकेशन सेंटर यानी जहां से बोन फॉर्मेशन होना शुरू होगा, ठीक है? अभी जो चीज बोन में क्या होता है, जो चीज इनिशियली या फिर सबसे पहले होता है इन अ वेरी अर्ली स्टेज इन अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, दैट हैपेंस टू गेट फ्यूज्ड, यानी कि जॉइंट होता है काफी लेट इन लाइफ. समझ में आया मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? For example, in the wrist joint, some bones they have appeared at 2 and 3 months of age, not years. Yet it is seen that until and unless 19 to 20 years of age है, वो fusion नहीं होता है. समझ में आया? This is a general rule in every ossification center that we find. Okay. Also, there is a rule for the males and the females. ठीक है? In the females, what happens? Dentition means the teeth. Okay. And the ossification centers जो हम पढ़ रहे, all of them appear 1 year earlier in compared to the males. लिखो ये चीज. Done? Okay. Whereas in the males, what happens? Skull. Okay. You, sir. Skull bone. Is it a single bone? Our skull? No. Then, how many bones are present in the skull? Mota mota, if I ask. 22. Large bones होते हैं skull में, right? Frontal, parietal, temporal. But they appear as a single skull bone. आपने देखा है क्या कोई skull bone जब आपको एग्जाम में दिया जाता है टूटा टूटा होता है, but appear as single only. Now, how they appear as single? Why? Do you know why they appear as single? क्या लगता है? Sutures. What are sutures actually? Yes, ma'am. What? Sutures are the lines or the gaps जो आपको दिखता है कि दो हड्डी के बीच में है. अभी like the ossification center suture में भी fusion होता है, यानी कि they join together, है ना? So that they can be held together and appear as a single bone. समझ में आया मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? In the males, all of the suture का fusion will start 1 year earlier as compared to the females. Okay? Write this. Are you writing? Ask her. Are you writing? Write the suture part. हो गया? अभी next we are going to start with skull only. So, ma'am, can you say मैंने general rule क्या बताया अभी? What did I mention? What is the general rule of ossification for bones? Yes, good. Ma'am, can you say male and female? What are the general rules of male and female for bones in terms of appearance of ossification center? In whom? In females. Of what bones? Skull. Yes, and teeth. What are teeth actually? What are teeth actually? দাঁতগুলো কি এগুলো? bones. তো যদি দাঁত আগে আসে তাহলে বাকি বোনগুলো আসবে না? Same only, right? In the females, bones, ossification center of the bones as well as the teeth, they both appear 1 year earlier as compared to the males. Okay? Skull suture. Skull and bone appearance na. Only the sutures of the skull, they will start 1 year earlier fusion in the males as compared to the females. Okay? समझ में आया? Now, in the skull suture, when we are talking about, sutures can fuse from both ends, the outer ends as well as the inner end. Understood? समझ में आया क्या बोलते हो? What is endosuture and ectosuture? Sir, can you say what is endosuture and ectosuture? You. What is the meaning of endo? Sorry? Inside. Ecto? Outer side. So what will be the meaning of endosutures? Sutures which are inside. What will be the meaning of ectosutures then? Sutures which are outside. Skull में there is a specific, significant and different thing that the sutures they start fusion earlier from the insides. फिर बाहर का suture fusion होना शुरू होता है. Okay? यानी कि दोनों साइड से fusion शुरू होगा from the outer layer as well as from the inner table. Inner table का अगर suture fusion हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि start हो गया है, that is much more dependable कि इतना एज तो definitely cross कर चुका होगा. That is the significance. समझ में आया? Sir, did you understand what I said? अभी endosuture in the skull starts fusing at around 25 years of age for everybody in general. Male में 25 से थोड़ा पहले हो जाएगा, females में 25 के थोड़ा बाद होगा. Okay? Average is 25 years. Outer suture जो भी है, जहां कभी skull में जिस चीज का जहां कभी suture है 25 के अंदर या फिर 25 के around, endosutures will start their fusion journey. Ectosutures, whereas they might vary with age, starting from an age of around 30 years to 40 years and it goes on till the age of 80 years. ठीक है, समझ में आया? There is a huge gap. Hence, always the endosuture of the skull is much more dependable in terms of age identification than the ectosutures. Understood? देखो, the thing which I was mentioning in the wrist joint, this wrist joint, it is actually of an 18-year-old. ठीक है, अभी ये तो हम लोग जब प्रैक्टिस करते तब we have collected this, but for medical legal purposes we cannot know the name, show the name, age and everything. Okay, this is a wrist joint X-ray. X-ray. Somebody mentioned that they have not seen an X-ray. Maybe say you. किसने बोला था X-ray नहीं देखा आपने? Okay. This is an X-ray. ठीक है, समझ में आया X-ray क्या है? अभी this is the X-ray of wrist joint of 18-year-old. Carpal bones, they appear. मैं आपको नहीं बता रही, नेक्स्ट क्लास में पूछूंगी. अभी है स्क्रीनशॉट, फोटो लेना, सीख के आना. आई एम नॉट टीचिंग यू दैट पार्ट. इसका मतलब वेट, अच्छा ठीक है ले लो. So carpal bones they start appearing from the age of 2 to 3 months. ठीक है, but until 18 years of age fusion नहीं हुआ है अभी तक. समझ में आया मैंने क्यों बताया? Whereas the shoulder joint, they will start appearing from 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. Yet the shoulder joint is fused. Look, this is the shoulder joint of a female. ठीक है? जो रूल मैंने पढ़ाया अभी कि जो अर्ली अपीयर करेगा ओसिफिकेशन सेंटर वो लेट फ्यूज होता है. We can understand it from this slide. Okay? Can anybody say what is this? This is which surface or which part of the bone? Anterior की posterior? स्कल बोन का ये anterior side है कि posterior side है? Anterior side है. Anterior side में ये कौन सा बोन है? Frontal bone. चलो, frontal bone and these, what are these? The bones which are behind the frontal bone. These two bones. Okay. Do you know any area which is not fused, which is between the frontal and the parietal bone? एनाट में पढ़ा था, कुछ ऐसा एरिया याद आ रहा है किसी को? गुड. ब्रैगमा को क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? अदर ऑल्सो नोन एज पार्वी एंटीरियर फॉन्टेनिली बोला है. ठीक है सर. ब्रैगमा इज ऑल्सो नोन एज द एंटीरियर फॉन्टेनिली एंड लुक एट दिस. This is the anterior fontanelle which is also known as bregma. This does not get fused for a very very late age. ठीक है, इसको देख के हम पता करते हैं कि एज क्या है. समझ में आया? दिस इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट लैंडमार्क. ऐसे ही देयर आर लैंडमार्क्स. आई विल शो इट जल्दी जल्दी. ठीक है, घर में जाके रीड एवरी लैंडमार्क नाइसली. उससे आपको एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन करना है. इट्स नॉट लाइक यू नीड टू नो बेस ऑफ स्कल का हर फोरामेन और उससे कौन सा नर्व जा रहा है. दिस इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन पर्पसेस. यू नीड टू नो सर्टेन लैंडमार्क्स. उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा एक्सरे में कि वो फ्यूज्ड है कि नहीं है. You cannot afford to forget them. Okay? रेड्डी में जाके कंपेयर करके देखना कि मैंने जो लिखा है यहाँ पे, जो आप लेके जा रहे हो फोटो और जो बुक में दिया है वो क्या है, मैच करता है कि नहीं करता है. अभी मैं क्यों बता रही हूँ ये चीज? इधर HOD सर हैज मेंशन्ड रेड्डी इज द स्टैंडर्ड बुक. अगर आप उससे पढ़ के आंसर दे रहे हो, किसी हमें, मुझे या एक्सटर्नल को या फिर किसी भी को पसंद नहीं आया आंसर, because authors they write different things. Okay, it's not like the age is going to vary for 5 6 7 years. No, 1-2 साल का डिफरेंस होगा या फिर 10 साल का हो सकता है in major bones. But अगर आप स्टैंडर्ड बुक जो HOD ने बोला है उससे पढ़ के जाओगे तो नंबर काटने से पहले सर ही को रेफर करोगे ना, या फिर आप भी तो बता सकते हो कि सर ने बोला है इसीलिए we have written this. ठीक है, तो everything that is taught in class एक बार जाके घर में पढ़ के देखना कि कंपैरिजन करके कि कौन सा सही है. If you guys find any sort of discrepancies, come and let us know. We will say कि कौन सा आपको ultimately याद करना है. समझ में आया? Took this one का फोटो लिया है. चलो. So these, what are these two bones? Frontal bones. Do you think frontal bone की single bone होता है कि दो अलग अलग bone होता है frontal? Single bone. Are you sure? Then what is metopic suture? Frontal bones are 2 in number, okay, just like the parietal and the temporal. Metopic suture is the suture which is present between the frontal bones. ठीक है, ये याद करना उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है लेकिन जरूरी है, इसको याद रखना है. Anterior frontal that I have mentioned, that you guys need to know. That is an important landmark for age identification. वो याद रखना है. Secondly, see, this is the anterior frontal. This picture, this is the cranial vault. Cranial vault मतलब अगर for example सर को बिठा के मैंने ऊपर से एक पिक्चर लिया उनके स्कल का, तो एनाटॉमिकली क्या आएगा स्कल में, बोन में, ऑस्टियोलॉजी में जो दिखेगा, दैट इज नोन एज द वॉल्ट एरिया. ओके, अभी इन द वॉल्ट एरिया, सी एंटीरियर फॉन्टनली दैट हैज बीन मेंशन्ड हियर. व्हाट इज द शेप ऑफ द एंटीरियर फॉन्टनली व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट? सर कैन यू से क्या शेप है इसका? ओवल शेप है. इधर आप देखो इसका शेप क्या है? डायमंड शेप्ड. Is it looking like an oval shape, sir? ये होगा oval shape, right? Of the skull bone. This we can say square, rectangle, oval तो नहीं है किसी एंगल से, है ना? Diamond shaped है. What is this? What is this shape? Triangle. This is the posterior fontanelle. Posterior fontanelle is also known as what? Lambda. What is the suture which passes through the posterior fontanelle? And what is this suture? This one, coronal suture. Sagittal suture कौन सा है? This one, right? ये सारी चीजें याद रखनी है, necessary. Okay? Next, the sphenoid fontanelle and the mastoid fontanelle. You need to know this one as well. उसका fusion भी देखना है. अगर fused है, अच्छा देखो, listen, inner table fusion of the skull, as I mentioned, it has started by 25 years of age. And metopic suture, आपने बताया, right? The frontal bone, it looks like a same bone. अभी वो 3 साल में ही fuse हो जाता है. Most of the cases हम देख नहीं पाते एक्सरे में. So prevalently, what we think that it is a single bone, but it is not. Okay, समझ में आया? See, mastoid fontanelle also fuses shortly after birth, and the sphenoid fontanelle, यानी कि पीछे जो है between the occipital bone and the temporal bone. Okay, sphenoid fontanelle will fuse by 6 months of age. So, in general, जब हम X-rays करते हैं skull का after certain age, everything appears as a single fused bone. Hence, हमको नहीं पता होता है most of the time. It's unlikely that you guys will be given an X-ray which is less than 6 months of age. है ना? These fontanelles are not that important, but if you're given, keep it in mind. Okay? देखो, another thing in the skull bone, okay, see, this is the metopic suture between the two frontal bones. This is the sagittal suture. This is the sagittal suture actually. This is the coronal suture and the lambdoid suture. Now, what happens in terms of fusion of the? आपने इसका लिया है? Have you guys taken this one? This one, take it. लिया है? Take this one. তুমি দেখতে পাচ্ছো? পাচ্ছো না তো? তাহলে কেন বলছো যে পাচ্ছো? পাচ্ছো তো না, আমি এখানে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকলে কিভাবে দেখবে? বলবি তো যে ম্যাম দেখছি না। Take this. Yeah. And take this one. Done. इतना ही पढ़ना है आपको. Okay. Remember one thing. अभी in this one all of the portions are given. Specific age wise दिया है. जाके ये सीखना. ठीक है? I am going to mention how it is formed. Starting from the lambdoid suture which is present. ठीक है? The ossification of all of these sutures we can divide it into upper half and the later half. हर suture ऐसा नहीं है कि same age में fuse हो रहा है. ठीक है? Portion by portion it gets fused. Sagittal suture, it fuses in 3 portions: anterior, middle 1/3 and the posterior 1/3. First of all, the posterior 1/3 का शुरू होगा. It will go in front, anterior and then middle will occur. ठीक है, समझ में आया? starts from 30 to 40 years of age, anterior occurs from 40 to 50 years of age, and the middle occurs from above 50 years of age. Okay. Coming back to the lambdoid suture and the coronal sutures which are present. Lambdoid यहाँ, coronal पीछे होगा, समझ में आया? अभी lambdoid suture क्या होता है? Lambdoid suture it rises, कैसे समझाऊं आपको? Okay, remember like this. You will go from down above and then you will climb down again. यानी lambdoid suture का lower half it is going to fuse at around 40 to 50 years of age. Climb above 50 to 60 years of age. Now directly go to the coronal suture. There is the upper half, there is a lower half. Okay, upper half around 60 years of age, lower half will be around 70 or 60 years of age. ठीक है? So climb up and then climb down again. समझ में आया कैसे होगा? We also need to remember occipito-mesto-occipital suture, parieto-temporal suture. Parieto-temporal suture, it is present between the parietal and the temporal bone. Okay. Mesto-occipital suture, it is present between the mastoid bone and the occipital bone. The parieto-temporal suture is going to fuse at 70 or above years. Masto-occipital suture is going to fuse at 80 or above years. ठीक है? मोटा-मोटा इतना याद रखो. Do not go into the details in specific. It will be difficult. Okay. Now bone, we need to remember certain landmarks about which I was mentioning. Bregma, समझ में आया? Everybody understood what is bregma. We also need to remember what is the lambda. Okay? समझ में आया ना lambda कौन सा है? Posterior fontanelle is known as the lambda. अभी this portion, terion and asterion. What is terion? What are these bones through which terion is formed? Any one answer, you say. जल्दी जल्दी बताओ. Yes, and देखे देखे बोलो, देखे देखे बोलो. Terion comes around here. यहाँ पे क्या क्या बोन आएगा? What is this bone? Frontal, then parietal, temporal, zygomatic. Okay. Now what is asterion? It will come around here. क्या आएगा उसमें? Good. ठीक है, समझ में आया? In the base of skull, we need to remember three things. First is the squamous part of the occipital bone. The condylar part of the occipital bone. These are the condylar parts of the occipital bone. This is the basi-occiput. Basi-occiput यानी क्या? Base. Basi means the base of occiput. Occiput, it signifies the occipital bone. Okay? Occipital bone के anterior क्या आता है? What is this bone around here? The wings which can be seen. Sphenoid. So the base of the sphenoid, इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? Basi-occiput के जैसा ही है. Base of the sphenoid. Basi-sphenoid. ठीक है? We need to know the age of fusion of the squamous part with the condylar part of the occipital bone. We need to know the age of fusion of the condylar part of the occipital bone with the condylar part of the basi-occiput and the age of fusion of the basi-occiput with the basi-sphenoid. ठीक है? देखो, here it is written. क्लिक किया आप लोगों ने ये, ठीक है? The basi-occiput and the basi-sphenoid. This is one of the important thing. This will get fused above 18 years of age, 18 to 21 years of age. Clinically important है, significant है. Adult हो जाओगे तब तक आप लोग ये पता रखना है. Now the squamous part is going to fuse with the condylar part of the occipital bone at around 3 years of age. ठीक है? These two are important. Condylar part उतना जरूरी तो है नहीं. चलो, regarding the mandible, we need to know the difference of gross difference between the childhood, adulthood and the old age of mandible. ठीक है? See the child mandible. Why does it get stuck always? देखो, this is an adult mandible, this is the childhood mandible and this is the old age mandible. Okay. मोटा we need to know the difference between the angle, this angle, the angle of the ramus and the angle with the body. Okay. In child, see the angle of the ramus of the mandible, it is much more slanter, यानी कि it is much more obtuse, है ना? अगर right angle से भी इधर हुआ, then it will be acute. If it is much more left, then it is going to be obtuse. ठीक है? In the adulthood, look at this. Look at this part. In the adulthood, it becomes much straight. So it becomes less of obtuse. Okay? In the older age, if I take an axis through this and if I take an axis through this, it becomes much more obtuse. The point of significance or the angle of significance is 140 degrees. Okay? If it is in the adult age, it becomes way larger than 140 degrees. Old age में, adult age में it will become less than 140 degree and it will be much more acuter or straighter. बचपन में in the childhood it is also again towards the obtuse sides. Okay, this is one important thing. Another important thing is the mental foramen which is present. Fine. See here, this is known as the mental foramen. See, can you see here? This is very blurred. This is the alveolar process, यानी that process जहां से teeth erupt हो रहा है. Okay? इसमें भी there are differences. At birth तो teeth आएगा नहीं. Also, how do we know? यहाँ भी teeth नहीं है, यहाँ भी teeth नहीं है. We decided from the mental foramen. Okay? At the old age, mental foramen, it comes near about the process of the, at the edge of the alveolar process. ठीक है? सब लोगों को दिख रहा है? Everybody, can you see? Ma'am, can you see? Okay. So, it will come here. Whereas, in the childhood, देखो, it comes right in between the body. Fine. अभी समझ में आया? Teeth तो दोनों में नहीं है. तो we need some other feature, right? जिससे हम पता कर सके कि ये कौन से एज ग्रुप में आता है. समझे? Whereas in the adulthood, teeth will be present, the angles will be acute, and the mental foramen will be present amidst the body, right in between the body. Okay, understood? These are important. इसको याद रखना है. इसका लिया? हाँ? चलो. Last bone of mine is the sternum. I'll wrap it up in 5 minutes. Okay, Parijat ma'am will come. She will come and see you the Gallstone's chart. Gallstone's chart is important. हर जॉइंट का जितना भी आपको पढ़ना है, यानी कि द कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग ऑसिफिकेशन सेंटर और उसका कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग एज कब वो अपीयर हो रहा है एंड कौन से एज आपको समझ में आया. मैंने अभी तक क्या बताया? द एज व्हेन इट इज गोइंग टू गेट फ्यूज्ड. ठीक है, दैट इज गिवन इन द गॉलस्टोन्स चार्ट प्रॉपर्ली. उतना समझाने का कुछ है नहीं. यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई. हम लोग रेडियोलॉजी के क्लासेस लेंगे अलग से. नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट वीक रेडियोलॉजी के क्लासेस लेंगे. देयर वी आर गोइंग टू शो यू द जॉइंट्स. As I have mentioned you today, epiphyseal plate, everybody needs to identify कि epiphyseal plate क्या है, कौन सा है, ossification center आया कि नहीं आया, हम सिखाएंगे वो कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है. फ्यूजन होने से क्या एज है, नहीं होने से क्या है, we will say that. Okay. अभी के लिए आपको समझ में आया epiphyseal plate क्या है और उसका corresponding एज बस पढ़ के सीख के आओ. ठीक है, अगर पता होगा then it will be easier for us and you to answer. समझ में आया? So there is something important of significance in the sternum bone. अब sternum bone में क्या होता है? Appearance of the ossification center as well as fusion of all of the ossification center with the corresponding parts. Everything starts, the fusion starts from above downwards to upwards. यानी कि xiphisternum उससे ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा, manubrium sternum के तरफ जाएगा. ठीक है? In the sternum, the body of the sternum, you know there are 3 parts of sternum, right? The manubrium, the body of the sternum and last part क्या है? Xiphoid process. चलो. Now the fusion, it starts from below above. यानी कि body में there are 4 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. तो fusion जब होगा, the 4th portion and the 3rd portion of the body will get fused first of all. उसके बाद 2nd and 3rd होगा, उसके बाद 1st and 2nd होगा. Okay. Similarly, the Xiphoid process gets fused with the body earlier as compared to the manubrium sterni. Okay. अभी appearance of the sternum, everything happens in utero. Most of them, except for the Xiphoid process. ठीक है? First part, the manubrium sterni and the first. देखो sternum में दो करके है, तो it will be easy for you to remember. ठीक है? Manubrium sternum in the first part, it appears at 3 months of intrauterine life. Sorry, 5 months of intrauterine life. ठीक है? Now the second part and the third part of the body of sternum. Body of sternum समझ रहे हो ना मैं क्या बता रही हूँ? That will appear at 7 months of intrauterine life. ठीक है? And the last portion जो body का है, चौथा जो portion बचा है, that will appear at 10 months of intrauterine life. It is sometimes unlikely that a pregnancy is carried till 10 months. ठीक है? So right after birth, the ossification center is going to appear in the neonate. Okay? And the manubrium sterni that is present, the Xiphoid process which is present, जो छोटा वाला पार्ट होता है नीचे में, वो काफी लेट अपीयर होगा, अराउंड 3 years अपीयर होता है. ठीक है सर, आपको समझ में आया क्या बोला? ओके. Now the fusion of the sternum, it is going to start from below and ऊपर जाएगा. तो सबसे पहले fourth part of the sternum, body of the sternum is going to fuse with the third part of the body of sternum, क्योंकि नीचे से हो रहा है ऊपर की तरफ, है ना. So fourth part लिख लो आप, sternum important, sternum से आता है. The fourth part of the sternum, it is going to fuse with the third part around 15 years. यानी कि when you guys are in class, I think 8th or 7th or 9th, ठीक है, उसके आसपास fusion शुरू होगा. As we go above with age, the fusion is going to increase. By 15 years to 25 years of age, whole of the body of sternum is going to get fused. ठीक है, ऐसे ही चलेगा until and unless a very late age, that is 40 years and 60 years. Remember these two ages for sternum. These are important. ठीक है, 40 years of age में क्या होगा, लिख लिया आप लोगों ने, लिखो. As I have mentioned earlier, sternum में fusion तो नीचे से होगा ना ऊपर की तरफ, तो body जब fused हो ही गया तो दो ही portion बचा है. One is the xiphoid process, another is the manubrium. तो पहले xiphoid process होगा because it is fusing from above below downwards. Xiphoid process will fuse at 40 years of age. ठीक है. And the manubrium sterni, in lot of people, आजकल तो people die काफी early due to CVS and all of other issues. We see that after death also sternum पूरा fuse नहीं होता है, manubrium रह जाता है fusion. ठीक है. Written लिखा है आप लोगों ने. Last thing, see the thing which I was mentioning about fusion. देखो, here is a gap. Okay, this gap is present between the manubrium and the whole of the body of sternum. Okay, look at this gap. This is much more evident here. यहाँ पे gap दिख रहा है. See, this is a solid plate of bone. There is no breach in the cortex. में कोई breach नहीं है, right? Whereas if I go to this slide, look at this. Can you see everybody? This one, कुछ दिख रहा है यहाँ पे? Is it continuous or is it not continuous? Not continuous. So अभी अगर हमको नहीं पता है, people who are not doctors, a fracture may appear like this, right? A breach in the cortex, correct? So this is the difference between fusion and not fusion. Whereas यहाँ पे तो fuse नहीं है. Look at this slide. This is completely fused, है ना? आपको एक्सरेज में इन रियल लाइफ जो एक्सरे हम प्रोवाइड करेंगे उसमें यही देखना है कि फ्यूज हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. अगर फ्यूज हो गया तो उस एज के ऊपर है डेफिनेटली. फ्यूज नहीं हुआ यानी कि उस एज के नीचे है. Hence we go for the range. Understood?
In that chart specifically, you just have to mug up the numbers that is given in that chart. This is beautifully formatted in this chart, and you can just look at it and learn by yourself. There's nothing to explain over here, which I'm just to provide. Okay. Another with this chart, we are done with the age estimation. All right. Now, next thing in identification, what did I tell you in the very first class? That we have 4 parameters of identification and presumptive ones, which are the age, sex, race, and stature. Right. So, age and sex is over for the dead. Sex determination from the bones, that is from dead people. From dead, we can only do identification from the bony remains, right? But in living, we can do it from radiographs, teeth, and all these things. All right. So for identification of sex from the dead, we have done it. Our part is over. Bone is done. Okay. Age is also done today. Only this Gallaston chart is left, which I have provided you. Okay, I'll talk about it a bit in a minute shortly. And next, what do we have left with? What are we left with? Age and this one, stature and race. All right. And from next class, we will start with the identification in living. All right, then we will study about the radiographs and teeth and Tanner staging and all of these things. All right, okay. So this Gallaston chart that I've already provided you, and next age and this one, stature and race, very short topics, nothing much to know in that. You will read in theory classes elaborately. For practical purposes, very few things that you need to remember: 2 basic formulas and 3 terminologies here and there, and you are done with the race and stature part. That's it. And this is a small chart, so hardly 15 to 20 minutes I'll take. All right. Okay, so about this Gallaston chart that I have already provided you, if you have it with yourself now, you can have it, look at it. What does it tell? What is the Gallaston chart mainly? So Galveston chart mainly, it is mainly followed in India. This is a chart which is curated by an Indian scientist only, because we cannot follow the directions given from the foreign scientists, because Indian people's demography, morphology, everything is different from the foreign population, right? So this is our very own chart made by the scientist whose name is Galveston, who is from Calcutta, and his resources are, he made his research based on population of Bengali people, mainly Hindu Bengali people only. Okay, he took references from the radiographs of living and also from the post-mortem bodies as well, and he has prepared this standard chart which we can use to determine the age of people in identification. All right. Okay. So what is this Galveston chart? And it is also approved by the Supreme Court of India, which can be used for medical legal purposes as well. Okay. So this is a very important thing that you should know. It is performed on resources based. It is performed on Bengali people, that to people of West Bengal, and it is also because it is made by a scientist from Calcutta itself, and this is approved by the Supreme Court of India for using in medical legal purposes. All right, and this is the standard reference chart used for age identification in India. Okay. Okay, so first we will know what is a Galveston chart. It is a standard reference chart that I already told you, used for estimation of bones based on the appearances, and from references are took from the post-mortem bodies and as well as the radiographs as well. All right. Okay, I told you about the Galveston chart. If you have the chart, you can look at it. Ossification centers are provided according to the appearances and fusion years. Okay, at what time, at what age, the appearance of the ossification center can you see, and at what year the fusion has occurred. Based on that, you can predict somebody's age. For example, clavicle, in female it will appear in years for 14 to 16, and in male 15 to 19 appearance. So if you find a radiograph, for example, and if you can locate the clavicle, appearance of the clavicle, you can say that the age might vary between 14 to 16 if it's a male, and for female the age might vary between 15 to 19. Okay, and if you can see the clavicle fusion of the clavicle is there, then you can say the age might be around 20s for males and 20s for females as well. So like this you can interpret and determine somebody's age using this chart. All right, so like this you have various information that is being given in this chart. For example, shoulder joint, elbow joint, knee joint, wrist joint, and pelvis and hip joint. All right, so this chart has been given to you. You can easily look at it and learn and mug up. There's nothing to explain over here. All right, you have learned to interpret. I'm only here to tell you about the interpretation. As I've told you already, base of the coracoid process of the scapula, appearance will occur at 2.5 months for male and female both, and fusion you can see at 2.5 years for male and female both. All right, so by looking at the radiographs, appearance and fusion, you can determine somebody's age is ranging between these areas, between 2.5 months. Appearances, if the appearance you can see it's 2.5 months of the baby's age, and 2.5 years if the fusion you can see, then you can easily determine the age given from this chart if you learn these derivatives. All right, understood? So that's about this chart, and we're done with the age identification. All right, next topic what we have is, I said, race and stature. Okay, so what is race? Race is actually determining somebody's identity based on their morphology, determining somebody's ancestral and origin based on their morphological traits. All right, based on the shape of the skull, shape of their face, shape of the nasal apparatus, hair and everything, we can determine somebody's race, that is their ancestral origin. So based on the race, we have three types of skulls and 3 types of race that we can see in different population all around the world. So for that we need some certain terminologies, what I'll tell you right now. These terminologies are these things I have also provided in last classes. You can see in your group, it must be there. Okay, so from the bones there are 3 indices of race. Okay, 3 indices. First is the cephalic index, then is the crural index, then we have the brachial index. Okay, cephalic index is for the head or the skull, crural index for the lower limbs, and brachial index for the upper limb. All right, so we have 3 indices for our race determination based on our bones. Okay, now we have done with the 3 indexes. Now I'll tell you how to calculate the cephalic index. Okay, So there's a formula, you have it in your group, you check if your friends have provided you from the previous class of yesterday's class. The cephalic index formula is the maximum breadth of our skull. That is maximum breadth. How do we calculate? The length, the area between two parietal prominences is our maximum breadth, divided by the maximum length of the skull. And how would you calculate the maximum length? It's the between glabella to the occipital protuberance. It is the maximum length. And we divide both of these derivatives, maximum breadth divided by the maximum length, and we multiply it by 100. Then we get what we call cephalic index. Okay, understood the formula? Okay, maximum breadth of the skull, that is between two parietal prominences, divided by maximum length of the skull, that is between glabella and the occipital protuberances, multiplied by 100. That we then what we get? We get the cephalic index. All right. Now cephalic index, I have given you a chart already, which says 70 to 74.9% will say you it is a dorsikocephalic skull. All right. Dorsikocephalic skull, there are three types of skull: dorsikocephalic skull, mesetocephalic skull, and the brachycephalic skull. All right. Okay. So if the index is between 70 to 74.9%, then it is a dorsikocephalic skull, mainly seen in African population, and we also call it as a negroid skull. Okay, negroid. Then their race is negroid race. All right. Next, we have 75 to 79.9% of the cephalic index. Then we can call it mesetocephalic skull, and this type of skull is mainly found in Indian, European, and Chinese population, and we also call this as Mongoloid skull, okay, or Mongoloid race. Okay, this is how we can determine somebody's race based on their cephalic index. Understand? Understood? You're understanding my point? How do we calculate the cephalic index? And based on the cephalic index, we can tell what type of skull do they have, and from that skull we can tell their races. Understanding my point? Okay. So next is 80 to 85% of the cephalic index, that will tell the skull is brachycephalic skull, and we found these type of skull are found in mainly in Japanese population. All right. Okay. So these are the three type of skulls, and from these three type of skulls we can tell three types of races. Understood? Okay. For mesetocephalic skulls that we can see in Indian and European and Japanese population, this one is known as Cuscoid skull, Cuscoid race. Okay, Cuscoid race, negroid race, and Mongoloid race. Cuscoid race can be seen in mesetocephalic skull. In dorsikocephalic skull is seen in mainly negroid race, and in brachycephalic skull for Japanese population is mainly seen in Mongoloid race. Understood? Okay. So now we are done with the cephalic index, that is the race. That is all about race. Nothing else you need to know about the races. If you want, you can learn about the points or the various features of all the three races, but that is for the theory part to know. This is not included in practical. This can be asked you in the grand vivas, but not a part of the practical. Okay, you can go and learn these things in your theory classes and also in your textbooks. All right. Okay, so these are the things that how you can calculate the cephalic index, and from the cephalic index you can know the type of skull, and from the type of skull you can tell somebody's race. Okay, understood? Clear? Okay. Next thing what we have is, last one is left, that is stature. All right. So stature is what? Stature is calculating somebody's height from any of the long bones, given long bones. From length of the long bones, calculating somebody's height is known as stature. So suppose you find some bony remains. This is also part of identification. No? You find a bony remains of a person who has been a victim of some crime. All right. There you have identified their sex. You have identified more or less their age also. You have identified their race also. You can say, oh, this person, he's a Indian. He's an Indian person. Indian only because crimes we are talking about in India only. He's this person. His race is this one. This is a female person. Age is varying between 20 to 22 years of age. Now, only thing we need to know about this person's height or something. Then we have the proper identification. No, for the police to find the criminal who has committed this crime against this person. All right. So last thing is left is stature. All right. So finding somebody's height from a given long bone's length is known as stature. Okay. So for this also we have a formula. I provided the formula in the group as well yesterday. We have a thing called a board. It's called the Hepburn's astromatic board. What do we do in that board? For a given long bone, one end of the bone is fixated at one part of the board and the other end is left free. Okay, so that we can determine and adjust the length of the bone according to that board, and calibrations are given according to the bone, and then we can find the actual length of the long bone. We will show you when we perform in real. Okay, so this is the process how can we identify the length. Now once we have the length of the long bone, now we have a formula. The formula is, for each long bone we have a multiplication factor. Okay, I have given you the multiplication factor also. For example, multiplication factor and percentile factor. For example, for femur it is 27%, for tibia it is 22%, for humerus it is 20%, for spine it is 35%. Okay, so what we do is, for each corresponding bone we have a multiplication factor and a percentile factor. We multiply the multiplication factor and the length of the bone and we get the stature. Okay, we multiply, we find out the length by using the board, Hepburn's estimation board. We have that board, we find out the length and we multiply using the multiplication factor for that particular given bone, and then then the result we get is known as the stature. Then we get the stature of that long bone. Understood? This is all about the stature part. So raise and stature we have completed, and for the age estimation, the Galston's chart that I have already provided you, we have to learn this chart by heart. This is not possible now. Directly you have to learn, but make sure you learn that chart as well. Okay. And also where the Galston, I told you now, the Galston chart, the research has been done in West Bengal, in Bengali population, and postmortem bodies and radiographs both are used for Indian population, and this is a standard chart given by the this scientist, which is used for medical legal purposes also in India and also for identification. Understood? This is about the Galston chart, and this is about the age and race and stature. Small topics over for practicals. Okay, done? Any confusion? Understood? Okay.